And if anyone is shipping you pre-mixed peptides, you can more or less guarantee that there is no purity left in the peptide and it is just fucking water. Your knee's gonna cave in and then you're gonna push up, just because your abductors are looking for another muscle to take that force from because it's not warmed up. Good morning, YouTube. Welcome to 16 weeks out, full day of eating. We got a jam-packed day today because everything that enters my body is going on this camera, and we have a super educational leg day coming up. But basically, we just got up. It's 9:50. I've been getting up at like 9:30 every single day, you know, just living my best damn fucking life. And we are starting this day with 2 IUs of growth hormone, 250 micrograms of BPC 157, and 500 micrograms of TB 500. It reduces inflammation, it helps with blood flow, and I've actually heard it can help with acne and acne scarring. So you guys know this acne attack soap, I'm still waiting for them to ship it to me. I'm literally just fucking fuming at this point, but what can you do when the suppliers are fucking you over huge because of one fucking tornado that happened a fucking month ago? But with that said, today I want to show you guys, because I get tons of messages on how to fucking mix these peptides and what dose is what. So if you buy your peptides from themarkplummer.com, you have a 10 milligram vial. Almost every other company on the market right now is doing 2 milligram vials. So this 10 milligram vial, 1, is going to be a better cost per injection. 2, it's going to last you a lot longer, so you don't have to pay for shipping as many times. And 3, it is third-party tested. Every single fucking batch, and this batch was tested at 99.2% purity. But with that said, I get a lot of messages too saying, yo, peptides don't work, blah, 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 blah. Because most of the time, you don't know what the fuck you're doing. Peptides are so fucking delicate that after you mix this backwater in, I've seen people mix backwater in and fucking shake these peptides to the nines. Yes, in the powder form, sure, it's not gonna damage the peptides. But if you shake this, if you drop this, if you don't keep this in the refrigerator, it is not going to be as pure. You'll still get a little bit out of it, but just not ideal. And if anyone is shipping you pre-mixed peptides, you can more or less guarantee that there is no purity left in the peptide and it is just fucking water, because during the shipping, you know that they're throwing those packages around the fucking office like no tomorrow. So for a 10 milligram vial, we are gonna be mixing 2 cc's or 2 milliliters of backwater into this. And what you want to do is you cannot inject the peptide straight down. You will damage the peptide. What you need to do is you need to come in on an angle and point the needle towards the glass. You slowly, very, very slowly start pushing the backwater in. So don't fucking rush it. Don't do this in a rush, because you will damage the peptide. Take out the syringe and don't fucking shake it. Don't drop it. Turn it on its side and slightly twirl it. You open the fridge. Keep it refrigerated and you're good to go. So with that said, we are ready to start morning cardio. We got our sugar-free fucking monster. We got 2 liters of fucking water, and we got 25 minutes to do on the spin bike while I answer some emails, text back some clients, and probably just watch some YouTube motivation. So I will see you for meal number 1. Let's get this day started. Breakfast time, motherfuckers. So we got 80 grams of oats with 100 grams of blueberries with some sugar-free syrup and some salt. This is literally the end-all be-all of the day. To be honest with you guys, these meals today are actually pretty fucking tasty because we're still 16 weeks out from the show. And as you guys know, the first 4 weeks is kind of like a recomp. Get your base metabolic rate up, get your calories up so you have a higher starting point of dieting. If you start your prep on like 2,400 calories, within like a few weeks, you're gonna be at 1900. But if you start your prep at like 3600 calories, it will take like months for you to get to 19, and you should get the same result. Or if you do cut calories quicker, you should notice more drastic changes. We also have 350 grams of fucking egg whites and 2 whole eggs. And for the oats, I mean, I don't know if this is even YouTube legal, but let's just say it's for research purposes. We got some shroomies in this bag, and what I normally do is I kind of like break off just a little bit, so like just like a tree trunk or like a stem or something, and I kind of just crush this up with my fingers, and I just sprinkle that into the oatmeal. I've honestly had huge positive side effects from microdosing. Now on to the fucking supplements. We got a fucking basket here, goddammit. So we'll start with the tackle box. We got some complex vitamin B. We have some Gorilla Mind AR, which is L-carnitine tartrate. We have some NAC. We have the cortisol blocker from Gorilla Mind, just to reduce stress, running 3 companies, getting content up, dealing with a girlfriend. You fucking need that cortisone blocker. We got some vitamin D3, and then we got some biotin in the bottom here. Panthetic acid, I take 1 gram 3 times a day. Fucking amazing for skin, as well as the L-carnitine tartrate, and as well as my Acne Attack skincare soap, if it will ever get delivered. Because my back was acting up a little bit, we are back on Lyrica. Lyrica is a nerve blocking drug from the pharmacy. In Canada, we get free healthcare. If you need anything done, you have to wait probably around a year, maybe 2. My mom waited 3 years for her knee replacement. It's the worst healthcare system in the world. If you need anything done, it's just easier to go to the States and pay for it. And if you're broke, then you're just gonna wait for 3 fucking years here to do it. I was in a position where my back was so bad that I couldn't do any rehab. I couldn't do the press-ups. I couldn't do any stretching. I couldn't do the inversion table, dead hangs. This relieves the pain slightly so that I was able to ease back into rehab. And as my back gets better and better and better, then we will start leaning off the Lyrica, and we'll be hopefully back on that powerlifting stage to deadlift 850, squat 905, and bench about 600. And I'll probably do that in the 220, maybe the 198 if I do a weight cut. But yeah, if you compete in powerlifting, I would stop because I'm coming back. And then we're gonna take 20 milligrams of Primo. As you guys know, I take 20 milligrams in the morning, 20 milligrams pre-workout. I'm going to take 2 pills of Arimidex. 1 milligram is what it equals, because these are 0.5 milligram pills. I aromatize like a motherfucker. You probably don't need 1 milligram of Arimidex for 500 milligrams of testosterone. And then I'll see you guys for our pre-workout meal. We are just gonna go over protein powder quickly. Now, I've been doing a shake pre-workout for probably the last 3 to 4 weeks, just because it's been digesting really fast. I like to have some rice cakes pre-workout, so this is kind of just a fast, quick, easy digestible meal. But with that said, it is easy digestion because this protein powder is 90% protein. You'd be wondering, Mark, how the fuck do I know what my protein is? I'm so glad you fucking asked. So you basically take the protein divided by the scoop size, and it's going to give you a percentage. For example, if you have a 50-gram scoop and 30 grams of protein, you know that your protein's pretty fucking shitty because it is filled with fillers and garbage that's going to clog your digestive system. For example, Isoflex, 27 grams of protein for a 30-gram scoop size, which makes it like 89.9% pure. This is probably one of the purest proteins on the fucking market, guys. Now, obviously, there is a reason for everything. Something like Gorilla Mode is great for smoothies, is great in the morning if you can't get calories in, because it's going to digest a lot slower, and it honestly is just not that high of a percentage of protein. It is not an isolate, and it is not going to digest fast. So if you are looking for something that digests quickly, or you're taking protein post-workout and you want that instant muscle recovery, you want to go with an isolate, but not just any isolate, because so many fucking companies try to rip you off. Literally, this is a world of fucking branding and marketing to get you to spend your money on stupid shit. You want protein that has not, I would say 85% and above. If your isolate is not 85% pure, then throw that motherfucker in the garbage. Fucking write nasty ass comments about that company online for tricking you into thinking it was an isolate. So my rant's fucking over. We're doing 2.5 scoops of this. We're actually gonna have the entire bag of these Rice Krispie minis. Usually I only have half a bag and then have a banana, but the bananas were fucking brown. And I don't know about you guys, but I like my fucking bananas like green. I like that shit hard. The banana's fucking yellow or brown, I fucking won't eat it. It has to be like a hint of green and it has to be hard. We're gonna be taking pre-workout today, but we're gonna do 2 scoops non-caffeinated nitric from Gorilla Mode because I'm pretty already fucking ready to go today. Got a good night's sleep, I have tons of energy, and I already had a monster this morning, so don't need to overdo the caffeine because too much caffeine reduces the frequency that you put out. Gonna chow this down and I'll see you guys in the gym. My boy Emmanuel is coming to film a fucking balls to the walls leg day. So let's get after it. We're gonna get under a squat bar, which we haven't done in a long fucking time. We've gone to like 1 plate, 2 plates. I'm not really gonna go above 315 because my back is feeling good. So like I don't want it to like regress into that previous situation of where like I couldn't actually fucking walk. So we're probably just gonna do like the bar for 10 reps, 135 for like 12 to 15, 225 for 12 to 15, and then 315 for like 12 to 15, and then we'll do 315 again for 12 to 15 for our final sets. We're probably gonna put plates under our heels today so we can really target the quads because we're gonna do 2 separate hamstring exercises. And as you remember, I also train hamstrings for a second day later in the week. So right now, we're actually just warming up my ankles, my calves, and my tibialis anterior. And we're gonna do a set, and then we're gonna kind of warm up our hip flexors, our groin, make sure that we're good to go to absolutely annihilate this leg day. I've broken both my ankles twice. I've sprained my left ankle 3 times from skateboarding, wakeboarding, and playing basketball. So my ankles are super, super delicate, and I just like to warm them up because if I don't, you'll notice when I squat, my knees always want to be pushing out. So if I squat like this, right now, my ankle mobility can't go any more than this. I would have to open up my stance in order to get full depth. So when my ankles are fully warmed up, we can come down, come down, come down, surpass this, and hit our actual depth. If your ankles and hip abductors and groin aren't warmed up correctly, you're gonna squat down. The minute you go to press, your knee's gonna cave in, and then you're gonna push up. Just because your abductors are looking for another muscle to take that force from because it's not warmed up. So we're gonna stretch out a little bit, do some dynamic work, and I'll see you guys at the bar. A lot of you guys, I would say like 99.8% of you guys have a problem with that knee like tracking in as you're pushing up, especially when you get to the heavier weights. So what we got is a fucking booty band. Honestly, you're like, oh, booty bands are for bitches. True. But I use this on the Stairmaster and it brings in my hamstrings and glutes like no tomorrow. Second, when I was powerlifting, I warmed up with this every single fucking time. I warmed up with this on 1 plate, 2 plate, 3 plate, 4 plate. And then on like 500, 600, 700, 800, I would take it off. But to be honest, it was just to get my mind into the like mentality of like pushing through. Like you want to push that knee out to get up. But to be honest with you, the good girl and the bad girl machines, you know I'm talking about, the machines that you say, you know, like, oh yeah, let's go. Yo, you all talk shit about that? That is the reason I squatted 815 pounds. Point blank, end of discussion. So we're gonna wrap this around our knees. And we're gonna use this for the first 2 warm-up sets to remind ourselves to push out with our knees and not let that knee track it.
I wake up, flex, thumb down that check. No drip this, tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell 'em run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down, now check.
Every single fucking rep should be the exact same. This is what it wants to do regularly. You come in, and then your weak side, because your strong side will always take most of the force. So your weak side, which on my case is my right lower back, my right knee will cave in to try to put more pressure on my left leg. But to be the most strong, you want both knees to be pressed out and then explode up. So that's why it's crucial to do these things on your warm-ups, so that hopefully you can teach yourself as you get heavier and heavier and heavier into the sets, because as we know, heavy weight builds muscle, you will have proper form doing it.
No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell 'em run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down, now check. No drip, this. Tell 'em run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell 'em run it up. Gon' make me take that trip away to Europe. I call up Nigeria, come to Hurry. Those London boys don't come to play, you should get worried.
15 reps with 1 plate, 15 reps with 2 plate, both pretty light. We're gonna take off the band. We're gonna do our top 2 sets with 315 for just 15 reps. Obviously 315 for 15 is not hard for me, but again, I'm trying to build back up through an injury. You obviously wanna go as close to maximal exertion as possible. Now, I'm just focusing more on tempo, keeping my core straight and tight, and kind of like relearning the squat. Just because you have an injury doesn't mean you fuck off from the gym. I hear so many people, I'm injured, I can't go to the fucking gym. Yes, you can. I have 2 herniated discs. I've seen 4 surgeons, 6 specialists. I've traveled the fucking world trying to fix this, and nobody, not one fucking person, will help me other than prescribe me meds. So I'm gonna take this shit into my own hands, and I'm gonna rebuild my squat to 900 fucking pounds. And I'm gonna come back to powerlifting and kick your fucking asses.
I wake up, flex, thumb down, now check. No drip, this. Tell 'em run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell 'em run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down, now check. No drip, this. Tell 'em run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell 'em run it up. 9 out of 10, run through my hands, I'm by my lonely. Turned to a savage, now my baby wants to hold me. I love my fans, don't need no friends.
315 for 15. Pretty fucking easy, but we're working back up. Going right into hamstrings because hamstrings are lacking, so I don't like saving my lacking body parts to like the end of the workout, because obviously like you use glycogen while you train. So the end of the workout is never as good as the start. As you guys know, I could not bend forward at all. Literally, I couldn't tie my shoes. I wear shoes that are super like easy that I can just slip my feet in. My girlfriend put my socks on. But with doing the rehab, with the TB500 and the BPC and the extra growth hormone we've been taking, I'm actually feeling decent. And I'm hoping that this can last through the whole prep, because last prep I kind of trained like a bitch. I did a lot of light work because my back was just so bad. And I've always looked better, bigger, drier, harder by training like a freak. So as long as this keeps up, we're in for a good fucking show, a good fucking run, and a good fucking win.
To my name, I wake up, flex, thumb down, now check. No drip, this. Tell 'em run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell 'em run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down, now check. No drip, this. Tell 'em run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck.
One specific frequency.
lightweight. Release me, set me free. That's how you finish a fucking set. Oh, damn. Hi. We're going into another press, another compound movement. We're gonna do hack squat, Tom Platt style hack squat. It's my fucking favorite. You don't need a ton of weight on this, but we're gonna fucking push it. Like I've showed you in like videos before, we're not doing these like squatting. We're not pushing through our heels and like using our hamstring and glutes. We're more or less putting our tippy toes on this thing and doing like this. And like really putting the emphasis on our quads. Like this is like a sissy squat, but we're basically doing like a revised sissy squat with super heavy weight on the hack squat. This is how Tom Platz used to do them. And honestly, he had probably the best legs in bodybuilding. So he's either genetically gifted and was going to have the best legs in bodybuilding no matter what, or these actually work. Either way, I'm not gonna take the chance. We're gonna do them anyway. Gotta drink my Gorilla Mind EAAs and glycerol to replenish those glycogen stores. Code mark at checkout. EAAs, BCAAs. When you're eating this much food, probably isn't doing shit, to be honest. Like, can't kill me. Make me stronger, baby.
One specific.
That's it. That's it for the pressing. Doing a static hold with the hamstrings while I introduce this exercise. So basically, we're doing the seated hamstring curl. They just got this machine. I absolutely fucking love it. I honestly can't go all the way up because that shoots a pain down my sciatic nerve. So I always keep constant tension on my hamstrings. I come down, flex them as hard as possible, and then come up about here and keep the constant tension. We're about doing like 4 or 5 sets of these, but we're also gonna superset this with calf raises. There's nothing to really say about calf raises, just get them done. Your calves are fucking small. I know they're fucking small, and you should be training them every fucking day. And then we're supersetting that with sissy squats just to end off the quad movement. So hamstring curls, supersetted with calves, supersetted with sissy squats, and we're calling it in a day. So let's get these 3 to 4 sets done and go home. See? That's what I'm fucking talking about. Until you got calves like that, you can't talk shit. Let's go push it. Shaking just means your central nervous system's done. Doesn't mean your muscles are done. Yeah, and that's set number 1. We're gonna do that 3 or 4 more times, depending on how each set goes. Like I said, go into the gym with a plan, but train off a feel. We do that superset again, and instead of filming all 4 sets, we're just gonna film the next set and then call it a day. I'll see you at home for our post-workout meal. Make sure you go follow myself, go follow Emmanuel, because he's putting in fucking work. And like I said, I'll see you at home after this last set. Alright guys, so we got home from the gym. We took 2 IUs of growth hormone right when we got home. Your blood sugars are the lowest in the morning and post-workout. So if you are breaking up your growth hormone in 2 dosages, morning and post-workout are actually going to be your optimal times to take it. You could argue that it's the best before bed as well, which obviously we are still doing. And I actually normally take 2 IUs of growth hormone pre-workout now because we are running 8 IUs of like Chinese fake growth hormone. Just because like 8 IUs of like Chinese growth hormone probably equals like 3.5 IUs of like pharma grade growth hormone. So you just need a little bit more to get the same thing, and it kind of works out to like a little bit cheaper going the Chinese route. But I get a lot of questions like, yo, how do you know if your growth hormone's real? Blah 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 blah. 1, you can do blood work. I took 3 IUs of growth hormone, fasted in the morning, and then I went to the clinic 3.5 hours later. I got my growth hormone tested, and this is the level that it came back at. So obviously the growth hormone is at least somewhat legit. If you do not have access to blood work, a really good indication is I actually had to mix this one with some backwater. I don't even know if this is in focus, but if you just put the needle in the growth hormone, it should push itself down. See, I didn't touch shit. I didn't push it in. You'll notice on the peptides, you have to push the backwater in like you're like giving the vial an injection. But real growth hormone should be vacuum sealed. That's the only way. So if you put your needle in the growth hormone and it doesn't like literally suck the backwater out of the needle into the vial, you can almost guarantee that you have fake shit. So it is 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm literally already in my fucking pajamas because we really are just working the rest of the night. All I really do right now is eat, work as much as I can, and train. But I'm cooking up my meal right now. Ooh, and I'll show you our post-workout meal when it's all finished. We have 350 grams of potatoes, but mind you, I have been weighing my potatoes raw because I've been cooking them in the air fryer. So after you weigh them when they're actually cooked, there's only about 290 grams. So I just round up to 300 grams of cooked potatoes. We do half a cup of corn because I love fucking corn. And honestly, I wouldn't eat corn on prep, and it kind of fucks up your digestive system, but it just tastes really fucking good. And right now, we're just being healthy. Like, we're not really depleting. So I'm adding that in for flavor. We have 8 ounces of flank steak. Obviously, your leanest cuts of steak are going to be like eye of round, filet mignon, flank. I would stick to those 3 because, one, because they just have less like of that fatty content. And then we just have like some regular ketchup. Fuck sugar-free ketchup. I don't care if you're dieting. I don't care if you're in the off season. Sugar-free ketchup tastes like shit. But I honestly cut ketchup and like almost all condiments out around that like 11 to 10 week out mark anyways. So I'm gonna enjoy this ketchup while I have it. Alright guys, we have an absolute bomb of a fucking meal here. I can't even describe to you, like, eating this shit for me is so fucking good and so easy. I'm starving in between each meal. Every meal digests super well. I stay away from the foods that like don't digest very well. But right now, we're just getting those calories up, feeling good. So we have 2 12-grain bagels. We have 2 slices of chicken bacon. We have another 350 grams of egg whites and 2 whole eggs. This is meal number 4. And if you don't like your turkey bacon or chicken bacon like that crispy, you're missing out. So not too much to it. I'm actually just working on all the orders from the markplummer.com. so I can get those shipped out Tuesday morning. So if you want your orders to get out as fast as possible, I would always make them on Sunday or Wednesday, because then it's just going to be a 1 to 2 day, possibly even the next day it gets shipped out and then to your house between 4 and 7 days if you choose express shipping, or like 7 to 10 business days if you choose the regular option. But just to let you guys know, sometimes there is delays, sometimes there's post office delays, sometimes there is custom delays, but don't worry, we take care of every single customer. If there's delays, if your package gets lost, I honestly just take the bullet on that. I end up losing a lot of fucking money off lost packages, but I would rather you be happy with the company than me gain money. So with that said, I'm about to chow down meal number 4, get some more work done, and I'll see you guys for meal number 5. Hey yo guys, so it is 8:30 and it's legit still fucking light outside. Like, can that be a fucking godsend or what? I feel like you get so much more shit done in the summer because like sun gets up and then you have legit like 12 hours of fucking daylight, where in the winter it gets dark at like 4 o'clock and you're just like, bruh, I just want to sleep and hibernate. So I love the summer, I love the heat. And what we got for this meal is 10, 9, all right, fuck it, we're just gonna open it now, I'm sure it's done. Is we have 10 ounces of basa with 150 grams of white rice. As you can see, we're kind of tapering off the carbs towards bed. Not that there's anything wrong with eating carbs before bed. That myth has been like busted for so long. But I still believe if you eat tons of carbs before bed, you're going to spike insulin. You're going to want to shovel nutrients to the muscle. But if that doesn't get shoveled to the muscle, then it's going to store to be used as energy. But you're going to bed for the next 7 to 8 hours. So how could it be used as energy? It's probably going to be stored as fat. So I do taper carbs for the end of the day. And then I fucked off on the avocados because I would buy them, and then by the time I was going to use them, they were either not ripe or too ripe or blah, 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 blah. So we went to Costco, we got some holy guacamole! Basically the exact same fucking macros as an avocado. So we're going to do 80 grams of guac onto this fish and rice. Obviously got water and some sea salt. And that's the meal. So macros, and I will see you guys probably around 11:30 for the final meal of the day. And I don't know, it's not the most exciting meal, but it definitely gets the job. So good morning, everybody. Yeah, good morning, because it is actually 12:30 at night. You know when you get on those work grinds and you're like, yo, I just like need to keep working, because if you stop working, and like when I like eat, I usually like to do other things. Like I like to watch YouTube videos. I like to watch like Tate speeches, like Andrew Tate, like things about wealth, things about money, or like bodybuilding motivation, and like hype myself up. And then I find it like really hard to like get back to work after that. That's kind of why like I set my life up the way that I do, is like I eat meal 1, then I work, then I eat meal 2, go right to the gym, eat meal 3, and then relax in between meal 3 and meal 4, eat meal 4, then start my work, and then eat meal 5 and 6 and 7, like however many meals we're eating that day, and so on. So basically I just got all my fucking work done. So I'm actually just going to have 2 scoops of Isoflex protein with 50 grams of oats, 1.5 tablespoons of natural craft peanut butter, and 1 serving of Chippets. We have all of our pills on the counter here, which you can't really see. But again, we have 2 Lyrica pills, another cortisol blocker, 2 pills of Grillamine AR, a digestive enzyme, and a probiotic. And then we have 3 more pills of Primo, 2 fish oils, 10,000 IUs of vitamin D3, and our last 2 IUs of growth hormone that we'll take after this meal, right before fucking bed. So normally I wouldn't eat my last meal of the day. I'd either have chicken, rice, avocado, I'd have another egg meal. But because it is so friggin' late, and by the time I eat all this, digest all this, and finish up some last things that I need to do on my laptop, Not really gonna get to bed until 1, maybe 1:30, 2 in the morning. And like I said, I like to be up and on the bike by about 9:30, 10 o'clock. So that only gives me about 6, maybe 7 hours of sleep. And right now, just because we're growing so much and we have the extra time, I'm really aiming for that like 8, 9 hours of sleep a night and just trying to utilize this recomp phase and put on as much tissue as possible. So here are the total macros for the day. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. We are posting like no tomorrow, so make sure you hit the bell notification so you get notified when I upload. YouTube likes to censor a lot of my content, either because it sucks balls or it has sensitive topics pertaining in them, usually steroid related. Hitting that bell really helps the algorithm. It tells YouTube that you're interested and you want to know when I post so you can watch it. Like, subscribing to this channel is free and hitting that bell notification is free. And all you have to deal with is that stupid notification that says Mark Plummer posted a video, and you can fucking delete that shit right away. But if you guys could do that, it will drastically help the algorithm and help push this channel to 100,000 subscribers. So thank you guys so much for watching. I always keep it real with you, and I'll see you in